All right, thanks, guys. We are once again coming off our third straight winning day on my Patreon website. We went 3-2 yesterday in our premium picks on that page. Good for 60% on a Friday. We improved to 4-0 in our last four extra daily picks. We're currently 12-3 in our last 15 NBA tier package plays on that site. And the good news is this: amongst all the college basketball today, we do have an NBA tier package play going off tonight. Guys, we do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And once again, our NBA tier package, we're 12-3 in our last 15 NBA tier package picks. We're currently over 1,100 members strong on that site. If you're curious and you want to check it out, link for that page is in the description section below. You can also check out my current record for free right on the home page. That is patreon.com/BrockPage. And without any further ado, guys, we got ourselves a short modified slate of NBA action, but a couple games of interest here. So let's go ahead and dive into them. We're going to start with the Rockets taking on the Hornets, 5 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Charlotte. Houston's -8 on the road, total at 219. Now, we are seeing money on the Rockets and the under in this one. Houston open as the 7-point favorite, up to -8. Total open 220.5, down to 219. Right now, Charlotte's plus 290 on the money line. If you like Charlotte in this matchup here at home, just keep in mind they've lost their last 3 straight games. They're also just 9-21 straight up on their home court. Charlotte ranks dead last in scoring on average per game, dead last in offensive field goal percentage as well. They're averaging just 102 points per contest and shooting just 43.1% from the field. Now, Charlotte ranks in the bottom 10 in offensive rebounding as well, bottom 10 in defensive rebounding. They're currently in 10th place in the Eastern Conference, 20 games under 500, and 6.5 games back of Orlando for that 8th seed. A couple more things to add about Charlotte. They rank dead last in home scoring on average per game, and they rank in the bottom 5 in home offensive rebounding. Now, the Rockets on the other side, winners of 6 out of their last 8. They rank in the top 3 in scoring on average per game. Now, Westbrook and Gordon are out, so you're not going to see those guys tonight. But James Harden, 35 points a game, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. Big shot Bobby Covington, 13 points a game, 6 rebounds, 80% from the stripe since joining the Rockets. And Daniel House, 11 points a game, 4 rebounds for him. Houston, top 10 in free throws, top 10 in defending the 3-ball. They're currently in 5th place in the Western Conference, 39-22 overall for the year, just 3.5 games back for 2nd place in the conference. They're also 1st in road scoring. They're averaging 118 points per contest on the road this year. Now, Houston is 19-12 to the under when they travel. Charlotte, 80% to the under in their last 10. I'm going to lean Houston -8 in the under 219. Next game, Utah, Detroit, 7 o'clock tip-off. The Jazz are laying 8 points on the road, total at 212. We are seeing money on Detroit and the under in this one. A 0.5 point fade of Utah and a 2-point move downward on the total. The Jazz open 8.5 down to -8. Total open 214 down to 212. Right now, the Pistons are plus 285 on the money line. And speaking of the money line, they've been disastrous in outright victories as of late. Just 3-15 straight up in their last 18. Losers of 9 out of their last 10. Knight and Brown are questionable. Detroit, bottom 10 in scoring, bottom 3 in offensive rebounding. They're currently in 12th place in the Eastern Conference, 23 games under 500. Out of their 32 home games this year, they've been victorious in just 11 of them. They rank in the bottom 3 in defensive field goal percentage, bottom 3 in home offensive rebounding. Utah on the other side, winners of their last 4 straight, 19-13 straight up on the road. They rank in the top 5 in offensive field goal percentage, 1st in shooting the 3-ball. Donovan Mitchell, 24, 4-4. Bojan Bogdanovic, 20 points a game, 4 rebounds, 90% from the stripe. He's also shooting 41% from downtown as well. Of course, big Rudy Gobert, 14 rebounds a game, 15 points, 2 blocks. Utah, 19-13 straight up on the road this year, top 10 in points allowed, top 5 in defensive rebounding. They're currently in 4th place in the Western Conference, 18 games over 500, and they're just 2 games back of Denver for the 3rd seed. 5 out of Detroit's last 7 did get over the number. The Pistons are also 22-10 to the over on their home court. I'm going to lean Utah -8 in the over 212 in that game. Next matchup, Nuggets, Cavaliers, 7:30 Cleveland. The Nuggets are laying 9 points on the road, total 218. The money's on Denver and the under in this one. We saw a 1 point move toward the Nuggets and a half a point move downward on the total. Denver open as the 8 point favorite, up to -9. Total open 218.5, down to 218 flat. Cleveland's plus 380 on the money line. Thompson, Drummond, and McKinney are all questionable for the Cavs. Garland is out. Cleveland losers of their last 4 straight, 9-25 straight up at home this year. They rank at the bottom 5 in scoring on average per game, dead last in defensive field goal percentage. They currently have the worst record in the Eastern Conference at 17-45 overall. Cleveland bottom 10 in points allowed, bottom 10 in home scoring, 12-22 against the spread in the friendly confines. Denver on the other side, winners of 4 out of their last 6. They rank in the top 10 in offensive field goal percentage, top 10 in points allowed. They're currently in 3rd place in the Western Conference, 22 games over 500, just 1 game back of the Clippers for the 2nd seed. Denver ranks in the top 5 in defensive rebounding, top 3 in road free throw percentage. Nikola Jokic, 21, 10, and 7. Jamal Murray, 19, 4, and 5. Will Barton, 15, 6, and 4. Denver, top 10 in road offensive field goal percentage, top 10 in points allowed on the road. 8 out of Denver's last 10 did get over the total. Cleveland 5-2 to the over in their last 7 themselves. I'm going to lean Denver -9 in the over 218 in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Saturday's NBA action. Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully you're having a great weekend thus far. Now, before we go ahead and move on, just got to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where once again we went 3-2 in our 5 premium sports picks on that website yesterday. We do daily premium sports picks on that site beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And speaking of different packages, we have an extra daily pick package, which we improved to 4-0 in our last 4 picks in that package yesterday. We're also 12-3 in our last 15 NBA tier package plays on that site. And the good news is this, we have another NBA tier package play going off tonight. You might be wondering, why would I buy a package from Brock on Patreon when he gives me all the picks for free here on YouTube? And that's certainly a great thought, a great consideration. And I do. I give you all the picks for free here on YouTube. But the problem with that is, if you were to bet every single game on the board side in total, it's not a winning formula for success. And as a matter of fact, you're going to end up losing your money in the long run. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp. The math becomes egregiously against you when you play every single game side in total. And the books have enough money they have too much money. They have enough money to withstand that kind of action, and you don't. So what I do on Patreon, I make life a lot easier for you. I break it down to 3 to 4 premium selections per day, high percentage picks, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is on YouTube, handicapping every single game on the board side in total. So if you want to check out that website, as I'm fixing my microphone here, if you want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. My record's right on the homepage. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got the Hawks taking on the Grizzlies, 8 o'clock Memphis. The Grizzlies are laying 6 points at home, total 233. Money's on Memphis and the under in this one. We saw a half a point move toward the Grizzlies and a 1 point move downward on the total. Memphis opened 5.5 up to -6. Total open 234 down to 233. The Hawks are plus 225 on the money line. And if you like Atlanta in this matchup here, just keep in mind they've dropped 4 out of their last 6 games. And out of their 32 road games, they've been victorious in just 6 of them. 6-26 straight up on the road. Bembry and Young questionable for tonight's action. Atlanta last in 3-point shooting, bottom 3 in points allowed. Now, a couple more things to add about this Atlanta club. They are 10-22 against the spread when they travel. Second to last in the East at 26 games under 500. They also rank the bottom 5 in road offensive rebounding, bottom 3 in road defensive rebounding. Now, Memphis on the other side, a little bit of a different story here. Winners of 3 out of their last 4. They also rank in the top 10 in field goal percentage, top 10 in offensive rebounding. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward another kind of chalky play here. I'm going to lean Memphis -6 in the over 233 in that contest. Next game I have for you, it is going to be Philadelphia taking on the Warriors.